Victory for a local legislator who is pushing for a new law to allow first-time DUI offenders to get a second chance to have the charge taken off their record. Today, a House committee approved a bill that would make it possible for a first-time offense to be erased.
The proposal would encourage first-time offenders to get an ignition interlock device on their vehicle after their first drunk driving conviction, and after 6 months of using it, the DUI could be wiped from their record. Channel 4's Francesca Amiker went to Jacksonville Beach to see what people there have to say about the bill. Fran?
And Tom and Mary, this is an area where a lot of people are drinking out at bars. So, of course, we're getting a lot of mixed opinion, but many of the people are in support of this new legislation that could change a lot of things. But here's how the breathalyzer works. Basically, it works like a breathalyzer. It's inside of your car. If you drink too much alcohol or if you go to a bar like this one, you blow into the device, and if it detects alcohol, your car won't start.
It's a serious crime with severe penalties, drunk driving, an offense that continues to be a problem throughout the United States. In Northeast Florida, the law aims to cut down on offenses, making ignition interlock devices mandatory for those convicted of a DUI a second time. But new legislation would allow first-time offenders to get a second chance.
To be eligible for a withhold, the first-time offender could not have a prior criminal history.
Representative Cord Bird helped introduce legislation that would encourage first-time offenders to use the interlock devices for 6 months in exchange for having a first DUI offense disappear from their record.
The withhold would allow the first-time offender to have his or her DUI record sealed so that they would be able to not report that on an employment application. However, law enforcement would still have access to the information such that if the person is arrested again for DUI, that will show up on the record.
We went to Jacksonville Beach, where there are plenty of bars and many people who feel the legislation is fair.
It's not bad. I mean, some people make mistakes, you know. I mean, I know I've been there and I've made mistakes throughout my life, so, you know, everybody deserves a chance.
I think it's a win-win. One, you shouldn't be drinking and driving, and then, you know, it's good for taxpayers in the local area, and also, you know, it'll help keep reoffenders from doing it again if they have to pay for it to get it put in their car and then taken out of the car.
And the device costs the offenders about $3 per day, but this bill must make its way through 2 more committees before it can be voted on at the House floor. We're now reporting live, Francesca Amiker, Channel 4, the local station.